This month is Organ Donor Month, and somebody very special in our church 6 years ago received a liver transplant, and I'm talking about Carolyn, one of the first members of Crossroads. And so, Carolyn, would you come up, sweetie? Now, Carolyn is very special to our church. As I said, she's been here from the beginning. I told Carolyn in the hallway, you're like family. We've known each other for 13 years now. Okay, and I still remember when Carolyn started coming to the church. It was the beginning of 2003. And so, Carolyn, first, maybe you could tell the church, remind people how you started coming to the church and what kind of drove you here.
Okay, at the time, I was very sick. I needed a liver transplant. A good friend of mine, Sally, invited me to come to church with her. To tell you the truth, I really didn't want to, but I came just so she would stop bugging me.
I'm glad you came.
Anyway, from the very beginning, I fell in love with Crossroads, the way Pastor Ray preaches, and I felt at home and safe. And all my church family was praying for me as I was sick and in the hospital a lot, waiting to get a transplant. And I've been here from Crispino Russo. We were in Fort Wadsworth. We were in PS 52, PS the one in Buell Avenue, and then here. So I've been here from the beginning.
So we're not getting rid of you then, that's what you're telling me?
I don't think so.
Okay. We don't want to get rid of you. And we had been praying as a church for Carolyn for this liver transplant. I remember we had specific prayer meetings. And then in January of 2010, this major blessing came, and Carolyn was able to get this surgery. And so, Carolyn, just tell us about how you felt when you got the news that you were going to get this transplant. Obviously, trepidations of the whole process, but...
I didn't believe it. I was sick, and I used to get encephalopathy, which is a problem in your brain if you don't go to the bathroom enough, and you just get totally out of it. So my brother took me up to Columbia Presbyterian on 168th Street, and I said, okay, you can go, because I know they're going to admit me, and, you know, it's a process. So he left, and, you know, I'm there. He comes back. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's smiling. I'm like, what are you smiling about? He goes, they have a liver for you. I didn't believe it. You know, I was in, like, shock, I guess, or afraid to believe it, until they were wheeling me in and knocking me out. Then I knew, I guess, something was happening. And I woke up 8, 10, 12 hours later in recovery with a brand new liver. And from the very beginning, it took, you get anti-rejection drugs, and I was in ICU, and then a couple of days they put me in a regular room. And I was just like amazed, and you have to take all these medicine and, you know, figuring out the pills you have to take and everything, but I felt 100% better. It was like, I feel like I'm Crossroads miracle, really.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you, Carolyn, for sharing this. And as you know, this is Organ Donor Month, and if you have any questions about how you can get involved with the cause, I invite you to seek Carolyn after the service. You better give her a hug. 6 years now with this new liver, so make sure you give her a hug. And you have some pins, right, out front and stuff, and some information.
Literature, yes.
So please come and see her. But I wholeheartedly encourage you to check out how you can get involved in being an organ donor, and maybe there's folks in your family that need prayer in this area. All the more reason to come and seek the Lord in prayer, and so we encourage you about that. But why don't we give Carolyn a hand? God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.